Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. This reading is for air signs, which is Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. So if your sun, moon, or rising is in Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, you are in the right place. And this is for October 2019. So air signs, you are in your element. Libra, this is your season. The first 3 weeks of October are ruled by Libra and air. So let's see what the cards have in store for you. All my air signs, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. What is your first card to start the month off? You have the Eight of Swords, air signs. A little bit of a rough start. But we'll get into that in a minute. Into the Five of Swords. Into the Queen of Swords. Into the Ten of Swords. Into the Eight of Coins. Into the Queen of Coins. Into the Knight of Swords, and finishing off the month with the Knight of Wands. Okay, air signs. So you're starting this month off with the Eight of Swords. This is all about making sure that you are prioritizing yourself and that you are not martyring in any situation. It's not necessary. It's okay for you to let that situation go, whatever that might be, where you feel victimized. It's no longer appropriate, and it's okay for you to grow out of that situation or to leave it behind. So anywhere where you feel that you're being victimized is an area for you to focus on this very beginning of October. And it also makes sense because you are in your element, especially Libras. It's going to bring up a lot of stuff for you this month, okay? So your first 4 cards into the first 2 weeks of October for you air signs are all swords. You have the Eight of Swords into the Five of Swords, into the Queen of Swords, into the Ten of Swords. And let me tell you, swords are all about the challenges in life, you know? And you're going to have some things come up this first 2 weeks of October that could be very challenging. But to start the month off, you want to just really make sure that your energy, that your headspace, that you're feeling good about yourself, and that you're not feeling the victim. So really paying attention and bringing your focus to any area where you might feel that and starting to heal that place within you, okay? Because we're not a victim of anything. We are the divine creator of our reality. And it's really, this is all about you feeling that energy and not feeling that you are the victim of someone else's reality. So that's really going to be a very strong topic for you the beginning of October. So that's how you're starting your month off. And then moving into the Five of Swords, it's going to be a really like juggling and balancing these feelings for you. I feel like the beginning of October is going to be a somewhat emotionally challenging month for you, especially. That's where your challenges are going to lie, is in the area of emotion and really being able to kind of stick with what is real and true for you and not getting swayed by others. This is really about you sticking to your truth and honoring yourself, and I feel like you're going to be challenged in that area in the beginning of October, okay, air signs? But just dig into what is real and true for you and stand your ground and know your truth, because wherever you might be shaky in that at the end of the second week or the end of the first week of October, you're going to feel really, the Queen of Swords says you're going to feel really empowered by that. Like, it's going to be a quick turn of you being very uncertain of yourself and very maybe unwilling to be vulnerable, and all of a sudden that is going to shift the beginning of the second week of October, because all of a sudden all of those things that you seemed or felt as a weakness are going to be your superpowers, okay, air signs? you're really going to shine that beginning of the second week of October, says the Queen of Swords, and you're going to be feeling confident, and you're going to be able to just really cut through any bullshit. But at the end of that week, the Ten of Swords says that something is really coming to an end. And that might be you, this whole like victimization energy or martyr energy, and really coming into your power and being that Queen of Swords energy is really supporting your empowerment the second week of October, air signs. It could be that pattern or that program that's really getting shut down the second week of October, because the Ten of Swords is the end of a long cycle, the end, like finality of something. And I really feel like that is going to be whatever has been holding you back internally. Any self-doubt, any negativity, things of that nature are really going to get worked through these first 2 weeks of October for you, air signs. So no matter whatever challenges arise for you or how difficult this might feel, you're doing some really strong and potent work these first 2 weeks of October, air signs, because the third week of October, you have the Eight of Coins. There's something that's really, like, there's a plan getting put into effect that now you're able to see clearly. You're able to put the pieces together and really charge forward with your design here, the Eight of Coins, and being able to open yourself to your strategy. Like all of these first couple of weeks that you've been working on in October of emotional things and challenges and really understanding yourself and shedding anywhere that's like a self-doubt vibration. I feel like that's really going to get transmuted for you the first 2 weeks of October, and that I think is a testament to really being in your element. Yes, it's going to shake things up for you, but also embracing that Libra air wind energy. It's also going to carry it away for you, because the third week of October is really you plotting and planning your success and your strategy here. And I feel like this wouldn't have been possible without really facing all of these challenges the first 2 weeks of October, okay? Because then right after the Eight of Coins, you have the Queen of Coins, which is welcoming in abundance and fertility and really giving birth to new ideas that are prosperous, and however you would like them to be prosperous, whether that is literally money or joy, happiness, however that looks for you. Things are really going to start coming into fruition the end of that third week of October. So preparing yourself these first 2 weeks by really getting into your self-confidence and ending any self-drama. So the beginning of the fourth week, air signs, again, air signs are Gemini and Libra and Aquarius. You have the Knight of Swords, which all of that stuff, okay, so we're back to swords again. And the Knight of Swords is saying all that stuff from the first 2 weeks. You're going to have learned so much about yourself and done so much good work that now you're really able to take all of that and move forward really quickly at the end of October. So whatever things that you have been like maybe backburnering, all of that stuff is going to come to the front the beginning of October for you, air signs, okay? And you're going to be starting to take some really swift action, and there's going to be some real direction forward the beginning of the fourth week of October for you, air signs. And there's just so much positive momentum forward here that I'm hearing, like, really make sure that you are also taking care of yourself. Make sure you're getting the rest that you need. Make sure that you're hydrating, and make sure that you're eating regularly, because I know sometimes, air signs, you can get really swept away with things and forget about your human body. So yes, things are going to start to move really quickly for you the fourth week of October, the beginning of the fourth week of October, but also remember your self-care, okay? Because the Knight of Wands is how you finish the month, and that energy is not going to stop. You're still in that Knight energy. It's just that the beginning of the week, you really have shed a lot of these the self-drama that I was talking about, the victimization and these programs and these patterns, maybe self-doubt, depression, anything that's been hanging out for far too long, you're really going to overcome that the 4th week of October, and moving quickly through that. The Knight of Wands is saying that your career, there's going to be some big power moves coming up in your career towards that very last week of October. So you need to be prepared and have the mental clarity to really make those decisions that you need to with your career at the end of the month, okay? And I feel like some things are going to still be some quite conceptual, but you're going to know which direction you're going to want to take things at the end of October. So there's more clarity around how moving forward looks for you, especially since you had the time with the 8 of Coins at the beginning of the 3rd week of October to start strategizing things. That 4th week of October is when you're going to really start making moves, okay? So let's just do a quick recap. You're starting the month off with the 8 of Swords, which is all about ending any victimization energy. Anywhere where you have felt disempowered by others, air signs, this is time for you to take your power back, okay? And it's going to be a little shaky to navigate at first. It might feel like new energy for you, but that's okay. You're going to get the hang of it, and by the 2nd week of October, the bitch is back, okay, air signs? You have the Queen of Swords as your 2nd week of October starter, and she is all about self-confidence, and she is all about moving with her truth and knowing who the F she is, or he is. So that's coming for you the 2nd week of October, the beginning. The 2nd week, the end of October, something's really coming to an end, and what I'm feeling is it's this victimization energy that you were coming into this month with, really ending some old negative patterns and programs for yourself, the end of the 2nd week of October, okay, air signs? Because the 3rd week starts off with the 8 of Coins, and it's all about strategy, and it's all about putting things together and having a plan to really build your empire is what's happening here. And that's going to be something that's going to start coming to fruition right away. Like, as you start visualizing these things and making a plan, you're also, like, the end of the 3rd week of October is a very fertile time for you as well, says the Queen of Coins, who is all about giving birth to abundance. So all of this is coming from you, my air signs. You are doing such wonderful work in your sign or your element month, and I know it's gonna be a bit intense for you, but it's because you're in your element, okay? Because the beginning of the 4th week with the Knight of Swords, you have really cut through anything that you have needed to cut through, and you're well on your way to creating the success that you would like in your life. And the Knight of Wands right after that is saying you're moving into a space of knowing what direction and how to move with your career, or however it is that you express yourself in this world. So even if things feel a little foggy as you're leaving this month, you don't know exactly, you will know which direction to keep moving things, and just really trust yourself as a creator, and that you are drawing things into you all the time. And as you draw things in, there's also a need to shed. So if you have to let go of some things to keep moving forward, it's okay. So thank you everyone for joining me for my air sign video for the month of October 2019. I'm Tarot by Megan. If you would like, it would be really awesome if you hit the subscribe button on my YouTube page here. And also, if you like this video, in the caption below is the link to my Patreon, and I have more great videos there that are by astrological sign for each month. So I get a little bit more in depth for each video there. And if you'd like to book a one-on-one reading with me, if you'd like one of these for yourself, please feel free to reach out to me either on Facebook or Instagram at Tarot by Megan, or you can always just drop me a comment below and I'd be more than happy to reach out. You can also email me at tarotbymegan@gmail.com. So, and again, that's TAROTBYMEGAN. So thank you guys all for joining me, and I'll see you next month.